Oh, I do love Mondays.
Do you?
Oh, I love coming in here. It's so early. It's cold, freezing. Love coming in here and doing this. We don't get paid. There's no money coming in for it.
It's actually a lovely day, isn't it, outside?
There's still no money in it though, isn't it, Jason?
But the good news is, Greg, that car boots start this weekend.
Ooh, they do, don't they?
Retro collectors, here we come.
On its way, but this is Tea and Toast, isn't it?
It is Tea and Toast, and it's Monday.
It is Monday.
And coming up on today's episode, Greg, is News or Not. So, Greg,
Yes.
in case anybody doesn't know, in News or Not, we find a couple of news stories, don't we, each, and we test each other to see if it's real news or if we've made it up. Now today I found a couple of short news stories. Or have I found them? I might have made them up. Who knows? And you have found or made up some news headlines, haven't you?
Headlines. I mean, this is just genius, isn't it?
Amazing.
How do we do
I mean, what more do you want on a Monday morning?
A lot more than this.
So, shall I go first?
You go first.
Okay, here's my news story, number one, Greg.
Here's.
Here's my news story.
Okay, go on,
number
I've got to
one.
think
Is
then.
this news or
Right,
not?
Okay.
On December the 11th, 2002,
Yeah.
so it's not really news already, is it? It happened quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Two motorists called police to report seeing a car veering off the A3 trunk road with headlights blazing at Burpham in Surrey. A thorough search uncovered a car concealed in dense undergrowth and the long dead driver nearby. It turned out that the crash had actually happened 5 months earlier, when the driver, Christopher Chandler, had been reported missing by his brother.
Well, I don't see how that can be real then.
Why?
But because it wasn't there.
Well, Greg, let me tell you, that is actual news. That is actual news from a newspaper.
Well, yeah, but how?
I don't know what actually happened. Maybe it was another crash that they saw, or assumed that they saw, and it was just a coincidence that it was in the same area that other poor guy crashed. And so police found it.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yes.
Would you like mine?
Yes.
Okay, Jason, here's mine. Army vehicle disappears. Okay? An Australian army vehicle worth $74,000 has gone missing after it was painted in camouflage. Is that news or not?
It's ridiculous is what it is, Greg.
Well, I'm just reading these. I'll put fun facts in.
Well,
And
it's a joke, isn't it, obviously? You've done another one of your jokes that isn't very funny.
No, that's later, Jason. And today's is an absolute belter. By the way, that's true. They painted it and couldn't find it.
That's ridiculous.
It's true. Fact.
Right, I've got another little story for you.
That's some
here.
serious camouflage, isn't it?
Isn't it, yeah?
A tank. Go on then, Jason. Go on.
I used to be in the army cadets, you know. And one day, the guy who was leading it said, "Jason, I haven't seen you in camouflage class lately." I said, "I know, I'm getting good, aren't I?" That was a joke from me, Greg. And it was funny. Anyway, here's a news story for you, Greg. Is this news
Are you trying to get rid of my joke time?
No, I wouldn't ever do that.
You've got some competition though, haven't you?
Here's a news story for you, Greg.
Coming up later.
Here's a news story for you.
I heard you the first time, Jason.
Here's a news story for you.
Sorry?
Laura Buxton released a helium-filled balloon during celebrations for her grandparents' gold wedding anniversary in June 2001. Attached to the balloon was her name and address and a note asking the finder to write back. 10 days later, she received a reply. The balloon had been found by another girl called Laura Buxton, same name, in the garden hedge of her home in Wiltshire, 140 miles away. Both Lauras were aged 10. And both had 3-year-old black Labradors, a guinea pig and a rabbit. Is that news or not?
Well, again, I mean, you're reading it, but I mean, I don't know whether you're reading it from a newspaper or you're just reading it as a story that's been made up. It sounds ridiculous, but it's going to have to be true, isn't it?
It is true. It is an actual news story. It actually happened in real life.
That's ridiculous.
It's news.
How? That's not news. That's more like that sort of thing, isn't it?
How weird.
Do you want my last one?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a county in America. This is a headline, by the way.
Right.
So I'm not even going to ask you if it's true or false because this is actually true. I'm just reading the headline. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
County to pay $250,000 to advertise lack of funds.
Now, without trying to offend our global audience, Greg,
Would you like me to read the?
Only in America.
Would you like me to read a little bit below it?
Yeah.
Lane County will spend up to $250,000 this year in publicising their financial fight for more money. So they're going to spend more money to advertise their lack of funds in their area, and they're spending $250,000 on it. Okay, Jace, here we go. By the way, loving the little additions to the intro every week now. Looking great. Really, really like them. I understand. I understand reading the run of order of today. There's something new coming up after this.
Yeah. Carry on, do your bit.
Yeah, I'm just wondering. You haven't quite run it past me yet, but it sounds good. I'm just wondering, are you going to have an intro for your clip?
Yeah.
Your little section?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, just a basic thing.
So it won't
be better than yours.
It won't overshadow what they're about to see now then?
No.
Okay? Loving that, Jason. Love your work.
Do you know, Greg, I have spent minutes on that.
What?
Carry on.
Did you say minutes?
No, carry on.
Don't make your section better than that though. 'Cause I know you spent a lot of time on that. You ready for the joke? Jason, why did the opera singer go sailing?
I don't know, Greg. Why did the opera singer go sailing?
Because she wanted to hit the high seas.
Right, Greg, here's a little new section for you.
I've been really looking forward to this. I saw this little bit on the...
Well, you know, you tell a little joke on a Monday.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I would follow that up with something that's actually funny.
Right.
It's going to be called Jason's Quick Comedy Clip.
That's quirky. Have you got an intro and everything?
Yeah, do you want to see it?
I'd like to, yeah.
Here we go, this is it. So obviously when this episode goes out, Greg, you'll see that intro, and I haven't spent any more time on it than I've spent on yours.
Yeah, don't ruin my joke time, Jason.
I'm not gonna.
Because I'm really happy with that intro now. You know, I've fought for that for weeks.
Anyway, in Jason's Quick Comedy Clip, I'm going to show you and our viewers a comedy clip.
Viewer.
A comedy clip from back in the day when TV was funny.
That is genius.
When we had the likes of Russ Abbott and Bobby
Bob
Davro and Freddie Starr.
Billy Pearce.
Freddie Starr, is that alright?
I think you were alright with that one, yeah. Michael Back.
Of course, got to be a bit careful.
Yeah, no, can't say him.
Which clips we select. But this clip coming up is a Russ Abbott clip that particularly tickles me, Greg.
Particularly tickles you?
Particularly tickles me.
So this is your clip on Jason's Just a Quick Comedy Clip?
Particularly tickling comedy clip.
I'm not saying that.
I'm going to change the name of it to that.
No, don't do it.
So, here is the clip.
The milkman's been boasted again. He reckons he's slept with every woman in the street, bar one.
That'd be that snooty bitch from 42.
Now that is funny.
Jason, that was brilliant.
I know.
No, genuinely, we just watched that on there, haven't we? And I've just cried.
It's hilarious.
And that's great.
And that was what Saturday night TV was like back in the day, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. I think we need to do more then.
I'm gonna, every Monday after your joke, I'm gonna do a particularly tickling clip.
I mean, it's just ridiculous how quick this goes, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we're in here for hours and hours on end, and it only comes up to 15, 16 minutes.
I don't think today's episode is going to be 15 or 16 minutes.
And it only comes up to 7 minutes.
There you go.
I mean, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
The end of another Tea and Toast, Greg. We will see you next time.
Oh, we forgot to mention.
What?
We're going to do some shout-outs, haven't we? But we really
Oh,
are
yeah.
in an incredible rush this week.
We are.
I mean, I've got squash washing to do. I've got the
Judge Judy to
Judge
watch.
Judy's on. I mean, I've missed about 4 episodes this week.
I've got to go to work.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. So we'll see you on the next episode of Tea and Toast.